Hi gems, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ambra here, and today, alright, let me just keep it transparent with you. I have been in bed all day. I have not been feeling the best. It's a combination of physical, because I have had this cough for about 3 weeks, and a little mental. I'm being tested, and instead of kind of doing what I typically do when I'm feeling a little overwhelmed and just being a complete bum, I decided to get out of the bed, come in my studio, and film. So I wanted to do something specific for the fall season, something with little berries and oranges. And this is what I came up with. I'm really excited with how it came out, especially being as though I didn't know what I wanted to do. So I have a tendency to do one eye off camera and then jump on once I've collected all my thoughts. So anyway, if you guys are interested in how I achieve this very fall berry look, then keep watching. Hi gems, let's get right into this look. This very plummy fall glitter moment. I didn't know what I wanted to do when I jumped on today, so I let the palette speak to me. You know how we do, we clean up underneath our brow using our MAC Pro Concealer Correcting Palette. I'm going to go on with NW43 and one of my favorite Sigma brushes, which is my E15 flat definer brush. And as you know, I like to clean up underneath my brow, so I'm going to do that. And then we'll jump right into shadow application. Alright, so the palette we're going in is the Dare to Create 39A by Morphe. You guys have definitely seen this palette. I have really never created a full look with the palette. I just go in for the black or the navy blue. So we're going to do a full look using this particular palette. I'm going to find me a blending brush. This is the Pro Fusion. It's like the dual end. This is kind of like the concealer, and this is the blending. And I'm going in with this really, really pretty plum shade here. And applying that all over the outer corner and kind of dragging it into the mobile lid. I'm just making sure that this concealer is blended out really nice in the P. Louise base. So yeah, I'm just dropping that in the outer V. And I like to go up a little higher above the crease, right just underneath my brow bone, because I really don't want to lose the color. I have hooded lids, so sometimes I can lose a lot of the transitional shades on my eye because the little flabby fold try to play me. Then what I'm going to do is go into the next shade right next to it. On camera, it's kind of reading a brown, but it's really a beautiful kind of the deeper shade was more like an eggplant, and this is more of like a plum. And I'm going right over top of it because I want it to be more of like a burgundy transition on my lid. And I'm just packing it right on top of that darker shade, like so. Just so we can get a little bit more of those red auburn tones. See, kind of see a little bit more purpley, a little bit more burgundy. They work really well together. I mean, Morphe never has a problem with the quality of their shadows. Then I'm going in with my Morphe M433, and I'm gonna dab into this pumpkin shade here, and that's gonna be my transition shade above it, right underneath my brow bone. And that way it allows me to kind of buff out these harsh lines and blend the two shades together. I'm going with my Morphe E17. It's like a dome pencil brush, and I'm just going to dab a little into this black shade here. And I always try to advocate, when you guys are following these looks that I create on my page, you don't need to go out and buy this palette. This was gifted to me in PR anyway, so if you don't have it and you already have these shades within your collection, just utilize that. So I just want to deepen my outer corner. So I'm packing that on the outer V and then blending upward and outward to kind of create like a cat-like eye. And then I'm going back into that Profusion blending, that dual-ended brush, and just buffing out that black. So the trick with adding black to any eye look is that you always want to apply a little bit at a time and then build, because if you go in too strong, honey, there's no taking black away. Next, we're going to not cut the crease, but we're going to apply some glitter. That's all. I'm going to go in with my liquid sugar, and you guys can grab any synthetic kind of like concealer brush. This is the MAC 242. And then I'm going to be using glitter from, I don't even know. I don't know. Oh, Shot Violet Voss and Coppertini. Really pretty. Before we apply the glitter, I actually put on a shade underneath, and this nice, beautiful, like cranberry shimmer shade. And I'm going to go in with my Exact Blender E32 from Sigma and apply that all over the lid, like so. I was wondering why the glitter, I was like, I forgot. Really pretty. And you want to bring that all over the mobile lid. Then you want to go in with your liquid sugar for the glitter, and I'm using Shot Violet Voss and their glitter Coppertini. And apply that on top of that shade. I'm gonna go in with my Sigma liquid pen liner, and I always house my liquid liners upside down because I want to create this very thick and dramatic wing. It's very indicative of like Tailor Made Jane. She loves a good thick liner, and so do I. So I kind of use that liner to draw out how dramatic I want the wing, but then I'm always going to go into my trusty Inglot 77 eye gel liner and use a little bit of my Duraline just to wet it up. And then I'm using my small angle E65 brush from Sigma to fill in the lines and just create more precision. Then if you guys have been following some time, you know I hate a shiny liner. So I'm going to go in with another kind of like flat type. I'm sorry. I'm going to go in with like another definer brush and dip it in the black shadow. I need a mirror close enough. And I like to put that on top of the liner to kind of mattify it. But then also it does give me an opportunity to even perfect the line more. Then I'm going to go back in with my, where is it? I'm going to go back in with my Morphe E17 that I used to deepen my outer V. And I'm going to deepen it even more now that I have the liner on. Because I want like a smoke. This is like fall nighttime. This is pumpkin patch ready. In the inner corner, I'm going to go in with my MAC Rose pigment from the Disney Aladdin collection. So I want to pop that in the inner corner. I'm going to go off camera, do my skin, but I'm not going to do my highlighter because I want to show you guys a new product that I'm using. It'd be a first time review type of tease. As well as some new powders too, so be right back. Alright, so I've done my foundation off camera. I've really been loving this Juvia's Place foundation brush, and I went in with Tunisia from Juvia's Place stick foundation. It has been my go-to. I'm really liking it, especially since I did a review on it. You guys love the way it looked on my skin, and I was super nervous because it is a stick foundation, and y'all know. Now, for concealer, you guys, I just got these in the mail from our friends over at Benefit Cosmetics. This is the cakeless concealer. This is a full coverage liquid concealer that won't look cakey. It's available now. It comes in 12 shades from fair to light, medium, medium tan, deep, and dark. Yeah, really beautiful array of color ranges. Feels very inclusive. They sent me shades 10, 11, and 12. So I'm going to do a swatch for you guys. This will be first impressions because I've never used it. Just came in the mail the other day. But the packaging is so cute. It looks like a little pencil. Yeah, that's so cute. Okay, so this is 10, which they're describing as a deep warm. That's a highlight if I ever did see one. Then 11 is a dark neutral. Just a taste deeper. And then we have 12, which they are calling a dark warm. Don't ask me why I use this side of my hand. So I'm really feeling 12 just because I like a warm highlight. I don't need anything that's really that intense. So 10 is a bit too bright for me. So I'm going to go under my eye with 12. Again, this is my first time using the product. Yeah, she's warm. So it's like a very understated highlight shade. I may go on with 11 just to brighten it a bit. 10 is definitely too light, but I would use it. I just think that I would blend maybe 10 and 11 together, but never 10 by itself. So I'm going to go in with 11 underneath. Yeah, just to kind of lift up these cheekbones. I'm going to use my Juvia's Place like flat top kabuki and just blend this in. Oh, it blended that out really beautifully, no? Alright, and then for contour, I'm going to go in with Congo by Juvia's Place. Very light, because she snatches. Very light. Such a creamy consistency. Oh, see my hair growing back? Ooh. I'm going to use my Huda Beauty Easy Bake Loose Baking and Setting Powder in Kunafa. And then I'm going to set my contour with my Hoola Toasted Bronzer. So this is a new product on my channel that I also received from Benefit Cosmetics. This is their Velvet Powder Foundation Hello Happy. I'm using the shade 11 because I want to set my entire face. You can use this, and I love using a powder foundation in the summertime. But for the winter, I'm just going to use it to set my whole face. So nothing moves. But it's such a beautiful velvety powder. And I've been using this just in one other video. But this is, but I haven't spoken openly about it on my channel until today. Just to kind of set the entire face. Typically, I use my Studio Fix NW48, but I've really been loving that as an alternative, especially since I do my makeup at my vanity normally day to day, but for my channel I'm out here, so instead of going back and forth, you know. For blush, we're gonna go in with Ambra Rose. This is a holy grail old throwback from our friends at MAC, just to kind of bring that orange but very like shine from within type of shade. Y'all already know this is how I get these cheeks to come on out and play. For highlighter, we're going to go into, I've really been loving this highlighter. I'm talking to the monitor, so sorry. I've really been loving this Babe in Paradise Morphe collaboration with Bretman. It's just been pretty. So I'm going to go in with Mahu and apply that right on the top of my cheekbones and blend it into Amber Rose. Right on top. So the skin is really just lit, honey. Right on top. So for the lower lash, you have some options here. You can go in with a black eyeliner if you want. You can really smoke it out. I don't want to go in with a black liner. Like, I already feel like I'm giving you nighttime sultry realness. However, I will go in to my Hoola Toasted Bronzer, which I do this a lot with my Fenty bronzer as well, and use it as a under eye kind of shade. I just don't want anything too crazy. I am going to go in with that auburn color, but I don't want it too dark just because I'm already wearing a lot of darks on the top. But I'm going to go into this shade. This one here. And just kind of bring in a little bit of that burgundy down on the lower lash. So interesting, this week is the kids' parent-teacher conferences. So they're home at like 2. I'm sorry, no, they're home at like noon. And I thought it was way, way later. But it's not. They have... Diddy Boy still has a couple of hours where he can hang out. He goes to bed by 9. I feel like every year I'm adding on 30 minutes. But he's a good boy. He gets up. I don't have to fight him too much. Alright. So now I'm going to set my whole face. I'm using my Prep and Prime spray from MAC, the Fix Plus. This is in their Rose scent. Cherry Blossom Rose. Alright, you guys, you know I don't ever do this, but I'm going to show you how I curl this unit. This is a 14-inch middle part. I made this myself. You know how I do. It is a body wave, I believe Malaysian. Girl, I don't know. I use some leftover. I always buy Brazilian. I always buy Brazilian body wave. So this was some leftover hair, and I made a unit out of it because I wanted a bob, and then I had my girl cut it for me, my hairstylist. I'm using a 1-inch flat iron because I want to create like some beach waves. So I never do this, and I'm just going to show you guys how I curl it. And then I kind of use my fingers as a rake. See how the end is kind of sharp and straight? That's what you want if you want to create a beach wave. So I'm just taking these in sections. Typically, I tend to curl my hair on the mannequin head in my room, but I low-key fell asleep with this wig on the other day. And I don't ever glue these down. I only glue down my frontals. I never glue down my closures. So yeah, this is a 12-inch. I probably had some left over like 16-inch, but I wanted to create a bob. Knew that that would be fine for her to create this bob that I wanted. So essentially what I do is I grab the hair in sections, like I mentioned before. Oh, this is the Remington. I got this from Target for like 20 bucks. So 1-inch flat iron. I do have one that's like 1.5-inch when I'm like straightening my longer units. I basically, on the left side of my face, I curl away, and then I kind of release the curl, but I always keep my ends straight because I want like a beach wave. I actually got the concept for this wig. Her name is Elisa Johnson or Eliza Johnson. I don't know. She has an S. My goddaughter has a Z, and she's Eliza. One could be Elisa. But basically, EJ's sister from the whole Magic Johnson clan. She had this in Miami, and I was like, oh, I need that. And I've honestly been wearing it every day. Do you think this is a wig that I should add to the collection? If you guys didn't know, I have a wig collection with Lucky by Keisha. They're on Instagram. You can go to her website. I've created 4 looks of wigs that I wear on a regular basis. And she's replicated them for you guys if you were interested. And I'll make sure to put it in the description box below. But if you guys are interested in this wig, then I will definitely throw this into the collection. I'm loving it. It's definitely a cute summer moment because I don't like as much hair on my neck. And one other thing, I feel like I'm jumping all over the place. If you want to create a beach wave, you also want to curl the hair in the opposite direction once you get away from your face. Okay, so I typically wear a bob more in the summer months, but as we transition to the fall, it's still a cute moment. It's still a very cute moment. Because I'm sitting here curling my hair, I'm thinking like, what lip should we do? It's so basic. So before I finish it all, I'm just showing you. So see, it doesn't require, you know, you just pull it apart with your hands. Anything that looks a little funky, you can fix it. She's giving you a little Adelise, How to Get Away with Murder, but like bombshelly and a little bit more flirty, a little bit. Okay, that one's trying to play me. But yeah, that's super easy, super easy. You can curl whatever it is that you do like or don't like about it. But let's move on to lip. Let me unplug this so I don't burn the house down. For lip, I'm going to go in with my Vino liner from MAC. This is really pretty. This is Boss Babe from Colored Raine. Oh my god, look how pretty that is. Alright, gems, that's the final look. I hope you enjoyed this as I kind of created something out of all the things. If you recreate this look, make sure that you tag me on all social media platforms, of course, and I will make sure to list all the products that I use in the description box below. If you have any questions, sound off in the comments section. Make sure you are following your girl. Make sure you hit that bell notification. I've been doing really good with staying consistent lately, and I know that you guys have been noticing. So I'm just going to stick with that rhythm. I'm feeling super creative. I've been feeling super consistent. I've been feeling super about my business. Like, this is where it all began. Like, I started my social presence on YouTube, and I just got to come back home. You know, like, Instagram's stressing me out with algorithm. I ain't gonna lie. And that is not why I create, for like numbers. Like, I really love interacting with you guys and just showing the looks that I'm doing, not just posting the picture and you guys can't recreate them or see how I am, you know, putting the whole looks together. So overall, in regards to new products on the channel today, I love the concealer. I'll probably continue to use it. I think it's super dope. Sorry, now I'm being a stickler. I think it's super dope. It's very blendable. Just for reference sake, I used 11 and mixed in 12. Packaging is super adorable, but you know how Benefit Cosmetics, they're just so thinking cute. So this is the Boing Cakeless Concealer. 11 and 12 is what I used. And the powder overall, I've used it before, but never on video. So I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. I think that's all I got for you. But until our next video, bye.